Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to get started. So this is our first learning session. Hi, good morning, everybody. So we can get started. This is our first learning session in person since 2019. So we're super happy to be here in Miami with all of you. This is also our first learning session in person and doing Zoom at the same time. So I'm going to cover logistics, welcome you all, so you know what we're doing over the next couple of days. And people joining us on Zoom will also be able to participate. So we have help from the team on that side. And we're just gonna handle a few logistics first. So everybody's had breakfast, you walked in here, so you've found your way. There are bathrooms that way. Everything for the next 2 days will be in this room and the rooms across the hall. So those rooms are called Orchid. And you should have found a presentation of the agenda on your tables. So if you're curious about what happens next for the next few hours, you can look at that. We're going to be in breakouts later this morning, this afternoon, and tomorrow. And if you look at the agenda, you can see what matches for the breakouts. So we're now at 52 sites. We're excited that you're all with us in person. We're caring for over 80,000 patients. Think back to when we started with just 10,000 patients and fewer than 10 sites. So it's exciting to see this growth. So 34 pediatric clinics and 54,000 patients, and 20 adult clinics and 28,000 patients. So for logistics, everybody should have gotten the QR code. So that was given out by Anne. If you haven't done that yet, it's important because that's where you're going to get CME and CEU credit. So if you haven't done it yet, you can scan that. It's a really quick 2 or 3 question survey. And that's going to let you get 13.5 CME hours. So good to do that this morning. And we're going to ask you to do that again tomorrow. So it's going to be 2 days for the 2 separate days. So you can find, I mentioned the paper agenda. You can also see that on the website. So there's a link to that. We'll put that in the chat. And I mentioned CME credits. So you can see those details on the website. I mentioned the breakouts. So definitely take a look at the breakouts. If you're not a facilitator or speaker, you have the option of picking whatever breakout you want to join. And you can do that by just going into the rooms. We are here to help you. We want you to get the most of the next 2 days. So you can ask any T1D exchange member for help. Team is primarily sitting at that table and that table in the back. So Osaki just waved his hand and other people can help you as well. For food, you've all had breakfast, so you've figured that out. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow morning. And dinner is tonight at Marabu at 6:30. So we put a map to that in the address, but it'd be helpful to walk in groups. It's walking distance. So if you can walk, we encourage that so you can stretch your legs. And if you would rather not walk, we can connect you to getting there by driving. We've asked people for food allergies. So if you have any severe or mild allergy or preferences, we want to know about that. So Nudrot can help you, but we've tried to make options for people who are vegan, vegetarian, non-dairy, etc. So for afternoon, we're going to do a clinical site visit in Miami, and we're going to take 3 buses. So we're going to go out the front door, take 3 buses, and that's going to take us to the medical center at Miami. We'll be departing by 3:30 today. So we encourage you to get on the buses promptly. So the last session in this room is going to end at 3:15. We'll walk outside, quickly in 10 minutes and get to the buses. We're going to visit 2 clinics. So we're going to visit the pediatric and the adult centers. We're assuming that you pediatricians will want to go to the children's clinic and the adults will want to go to the adults, but we'll let you make that decision and get on the buses. And we're going to label the buses adult and pediatric so that you can get to the right location. So tours are going to start at 4 and they're going to end by 4:50, and you'll be in groups. But we added the addresses. You might want to jot that down just in case you get separated from your group. You can get to the location. Dinner is going to be at 7:01 South Main Ave. I believe it's a half-mile walk, so less than 15 minutes. So we look forward to seeing you there, and we can help you sign up for non-driving options. So for Zoom, we ask you to mute yourself if you're not talking. So these are logistics for everybody on the phone. We'd like you to keep your camera on and participate. We're gonna let presenters advance their own slides. So if you're a presenter, you can use this. And we encourage everybody to add questions and comments in the chat. And you can change your name in the Zoom to display name by your affiliation. So we have a few breaks today. You can take breaks if you're joining us by Zoom, and you can just stay logged in. There are going to be breakout options, so you can select those breakouts, and if you step away from your camera, you can find the display of breakouts and select that. I mentioned the CME credits, so I'll have a few slides on that so that you know how to show your attestation for that and your credit. And the website has details on the presentations and the agendas and the CME and abstract. So if you're curious about something specific that you saw, you want to reference again, it's all there for you. So we're very excited that you all submitted abstracts and shared your slides with us, and we love your beautiful posters that we put on the walls. Journal of Diabetes was our partner in this, so we have a supplement now. You can check that out, and we'll put the link in the chat for that. But we have a commentary. We have 36 abstracts, and you can see the posters from those abstracts in your presentations throughout today and tomorrow. This is the agenda. So this is what we're doing right now. This is the morning of Monday. So we're going to have a couple of plenary sessions and then a break. And then we will start in breakouts starting at 11:05, and they will be in rooms C, B, and D in Orchid. In the afternoon, we're going to have more breakouts. We're going to have time to travel to the clinics. We'll do the tours. We'll take the buses back to Hyatt, and then we'll go to the restaurants. So that is the end of the agenda. These are our educational objectives. So this is what we have identified as learnings for the session. So when you do your evaluation for the CME, you can think about what you learned over the last couple of days and think about what you learned with us. And for credits, we're partnering again with Boston University. So thank you, BU, for supporting us in this. You're going to get an email. We're going to know who you are because you sign that QR code. So you'll get an email and you can show the attestation of participation and you'll complete the evaluation and your transcript will be sent to you for those hours. And we'll share the links, and we can add this into the chat, but essentially you can go to that CME link and all of that will be provided 5 days after next week. So that is it for me. I'm going to just I won't go over these details, but you can see the accreditation information from the CME. So you know it's how it's planned out. So I'm going to end this now. I'm going to